Awesome. Well, welcome everybody. So excited that you're here tonight for our session on transferring advanced college credits to Florida Southern College post-high school graduation. We're going to let our attendees come on in here tonight to our session. And we'll get started here in just a couple of moments as we're letting everybody kind of come on in and our number of attendees starts to grow. Introduce myself. My name is Joe Madigan and I serve as our Director of Recruitment Outreach here at Florida Southern. So very excited for you to get a chance to learn a little bit about transferring advanced credits to Florida Southern. As you're joining us here tonight and as we're getting started, wanted to share with you, we are on the Zoom webinar platform here this evening. So please note that on the bottom of your screen there, you have a Q&A button. We love to hear your questions here tonight. As part of our session. So go ahead and use that Q&A button that's there to go ahead and ask your questions that you might have regarding transferability of college credit that's there. So if it's your first time learning about Florida Southern, excited that you're here. If you've heard before or joined us for one of our other sessions, really excited that you're here to learn a little bit more about the transferring of advanced credit post-high school graduation here. So you can see some of the basic information about Florida Southern. Might come back to a little bit later on, but our session tonight is really going to be based on specifically the transferring of advanced credits to Florida Southern College here. So, and really like to cover that transferring credit to Florida Southern College is a very simple and easy process. And that's what we're going to cover here tonight. A little bit of my background and my role. I love getting the opportunity to work with our transfer students here at Florida Southern College, our students that are actually coming in and looking at Florida Southern for the spring semester. And then in my background, I've had the opportunity to work with many first-year students who have come in with a plethora of different college credit options. And if you are joining us here tonight, whether it be you are a junior in high school, a senior in high school in your final year of high school, or you are post-high school graduation considering Florida Southern College and wondering how those credits will transfer now that you're attending a college or a university post-high school graduation, that's what we're going to cover tonight. I'm going to cover a wide variety and a span of that information. So excited that you are here to learn a little bit more. Once again, just referencing, there is a Q&A tab that's here tonight for our webinar. So if you have questions, we're going to cover a lot of great information here this evening. And most notably, I'm going to talk a little bit about the types of college credit that are being earned by our incoming students here at Florida Southern. And you may be familiar with many of these. That starts with AP credit. So this is oftentimes one of the most popular options for students to come in with is advanced placement. Credit that you have taken throughout your time in high school that's there. Maybe you've taken an AP examination that's there. So that is a type of credit we accept at Florida Southern. We likewise will accept IB credit, International Baccalaureate credit. So if a student's coming to us tonight and you're in the IB program, we are going to accept IB credit here at Florida Southern, whether that be at the HL, the high level, or the SL, the standard level that's there. Maybe your students that's in the Cambridge program, the ACE program that's offered by your high school. Yes, we accept and recognize the Cambridge credits that's there. If you are taking courses through the ACE program and take that ACE examination, we'll talk about that for the A levels and the AS levels that's there. One of the ones that's less familiar is CLEP credit. If you're a student joining us that maybe is post-high school graduation, you may have heard of this before, to actually fulfill some college credits too. And then the other thing I love to mention is we are super transfer credit friendly, especially when it comes to earning college credit coming from a community college, a technical college, a state college, or a university. Those are kind of the four buckets where students are going to earn college credit from, whether it be you're joining us from the state of Florida tonight, maybe you're joining us and you've been taking dual enrollment through a state college here in the state of Florida, or maybe you're coming from outside the state of Florida and you're wondering, hey, I've been taking some credits through a local community college, or I've attended a university program and earned some college credit. How is that going to transfer? Please know that we accept all of these different types of college credits. I love to mention too, if you are taking college credit, it's going to count here at Florida Southern. And that's what I'm going to go over next is our transfer credit policies here. So first and foremost, Florida Southern College, again, loves to mention we are extraordinarily transfer credit friendly. And I'm going to start with talking about test credit, and then I'll get into the dual enrollment and college credit next. So you can bring in a combination of all these different types of credits that I mentioned, whether that be AP, IB, dual enrollment, ACE. If you're a transfer student, a combination of all the above that's there from the colleges that you've attended previously. For AP and CLEP and ACE credit, you can bring in a maximum of 60 college credits or 60 hours into Florida Southern College here. Maybe you're in the AP capstone program that's offered by your high school, or you're doing the Cambridge diploma that's there. Please know, again, we're going to recognize that. We know you're coming in with a good number of college credits, and that's why we give you a combination of these different options up to 60 credit hours. For the IB program, if you're getting your IB diploma, maximum of 30 college credits can get transferred in, and that's pretty common. If you're doing your IB diploma, going to be pretty close to that 30 college credits that's there. It depends on the exam that you're taking, but generally speaking, when I say that Florida Southern College is very transfer credit friendly here, that also relates to the scores that we're going to accept on these examinations. A lot of times we'll get the question, well, what do I need in order to actually get the credit? And I'll talk about this in just a couple minutes too, where to find this information, do a little self-study. But for AP credit in general, it's a score of 3 or better on the AP examination, and that's actually coming from College Board. The IB examination, a 4 or better. If you are earning your diploma, that's going to count here at Florida Southern College. For the ACE examinations, it's a score of D or better on the A level or the AS level that's there. I know that sometimes some schools will accept an E or better, but we do accept a D or better here. D as in dog or David here at Florida Southern College on the ACE examinations. Speaking of these advanced credits that there, and I mentioned I'll get into dual enrollment and I'll talk about college credit in a minute, but a common question I get is, well, if I'm taking these exams, where do I find them and how do I actually get them to count at Florida Southern College? And in order to actually have Florida Southern College grant you credit for these advanced credit examinations, we have to have official score reports from the testing agencies directly. So what I have here is just kind of a little bit of familiarity of where you're going to actually request these actual test score reports, sometimes called test transcripts, to be sent to Florida Southern College. So for College Board, they're the ones that actually do the AP examination. They administer the AP examinations. IB, it's directly through the International Baccalaureate Program. ACE, as it's known as, is through Cambridge, and then CLEP is also through the College Board. But wanted to go a little bit more in depth in how to actually send these scores to Florida Southern. And what that means is you're going to go ahead and request these scores to be sent. Florida Southern College can't necessarily request these for you. And very, 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 very important to note, we cannot accept AP, IB, or ACE test scores off of your high school transcript. You're going to need to send these test score reports to Florida Southern College in order to get the credit. So did you know that you can actually go right on the College Board's website? When you actually registered for your AP examination, you got a username and a password, you can request to have your AP score sent directly to Florida Southern or one of the schools that's listed on there. When you go to My AP Profile, when you sign up for an exam, that's how you can actually send your scores that's there. For the IB examinations, the way to send those is you're going to go ahead and actually go to the IB Requesting Transcripts and Certificates website. I always like to say as a reference, if you're in an IB program, oftentimes you have an IB coordinator that's there, a counselor, an advisor that's assisting you with the IB program, and then they can assist you in helping you request those transcripts to be sent to Florida Southern. Same thing for the ACE program. You can go ahead and request those ACE examination scores to be sent to Florida Southern College by doing a results transcript request. Now, oftentimes I'll get the question from students with the Cambridge program, what if I actually sent my scores to one school already that's there? I can list one school. True, you can go back in and add multiple schools as well. And I always like to reference, you can send these scores at any point in time that's there. So if you are applying to Florida Southern College and you want to see how these are going to count, great, go ahead and send your test scores to Florida Southern College. That's awesome. We don't necessarily need them as part of the application process for a first-year student for AP, IB, dual enrollment, or ACE that's there, but you're welcome to send in your test scores, and we'll already let you know how those are going to count. I'll show you in just a moment how those count at Florida Southern and how you're going to know that they're going to count. In addition to that, maybe you say, well, I want to wait till I'm done with this year's test that's there. You're taking them in your senior year. If you're a high school student that's there, and you're like, okay, I want to wait to send those score reports. That's fine too. That's okay. You can send them all at one point in time. And you're going to hear me reference this deadline date. August 1st is really when we need your test score reports from these testing agencies like College Board for AP or CLEP that's there, IB or ACE. Really, that's what we'll want. There's an asterisk next to that deadline date, as we know sometimes the ACE examinations take place a little bit later on. Speaking of sending that AP or ACE or IB transcript, essentially what this is, it's a statement of your results. And this is almost like a college transcript I sometimes like to refer to for your test scores that you've taken. If you are a transfer student joining here tonight as well, if you have earned AP or ACE or IB credit or CLEP credit, we also need your scores. We cannot take these scores off of a college transcript or a high school transcript. Let me repeat that again. You have to request these test scores to be sent to Florida Southern directly through the credit granting agency. We can't take them off of another type of transcript that's there. So really, really important to go ahead and send those to Florida Southern College. It allows us to be able to review those actual transcripts, gives us an opportunity to kind of see what these look like as well for your scores. So for example, maybe a student that's earned a 4 or better on the AP examination that's there, we want to grant the credit for that examination to that student. Or a student that's actually gotten a D or better, or a B, that's for example on the ACE examinations, we want to make sure that we're giving you the credit for that course that you've earned. I'm already starting to see a lot of questions in the Q&A here about dual enrollment that's here, if you're taking dual enrollment and college class credit that's here. So awesome to see so many of you coming from the collegiate high schools joining here tonight, or as a transfer student. Here's your information. For dual enrollment, you can bring in up to a maximum of 62 college credits from a community college, keyword there, community college, or 93 credit hours from a state college or a 4-year university, or a combination of both that's there. So many of you are here tonight from the state of Florida, unique here in the state of Florida that we have a state college system that now also has 4-year bachelor's degree programs. Yes, if you are at a Polk State College or Valencia College, or you're joining us from Florida State College at Jacksonville here tonight, you can bring in up to 93 transferable college credits for dual enrollment here. That's not the common. I will say most students are going to bring in their AA that's there. If you are doing dual enrollment credit and you are taking college coursework, regardless if you're doing dual enrollment or you're a transfer student that's earned college credit, you must have earned a grade of C or better in order for that credit to count at Florida Southern College in the course that you've taken. Once again, we must have the official college transcripts from all the colleges you've earned credit from. Keyword there, all of the colleges that you have earned credit from in order to accept this credit. If you're doing dual enrollment, again, it might be in a high school transcript. You can't take it from a high school transcript. We have to have it from the actual school that you're earning the credit through. I know sometimes even if students are taking those dual enrollment classes on the high school campus, then you can certainly go ahead and request that class that you've earned that credit from, wherever that college or university, request the transcript to be sent by the college or university. Now, I often get the question there too, what if you're going to have a little bit more than 62 college credits that's there? That's okay. We're going to take a look and see all the classes that you've taken there in any of the courses you've had. Another thing that I want to reference for this year, we know that many colleges and universities for dual enrollment or for college credit have been either doing pass-fail or a unique grading system that's there. We are going to accept grades of a pass. We consider that a grade almost like a C. I'll get into how that kind of affects GPA, which it really does not here at Florida Southern College. And I'll give you kind of a little bit of a preview. Your credits will transfer to Florida Southern College, but your grades that you've earned as a transfer student or through dual enrollment, do not transfer with you. Just the credit transfers to Florida Southern College. So again, just kind of a reference. And I also get the question many times, where do I send these transcripts and how do I know that they're getting to Florida Southern College? So for college transcripts, they again need to be sent directly to Florida Southern College here. We can't take them off of a high school transcript. You can send them to our Office of Admissions. I mention this because Florida Southern College does accept electronic transcripts. Let me repeat that. We are part of the national clearinghouse for many colleges and universities to send transcripts electronically to Florida Southern College directly. Again, it must come directly from the college or university, but you have the option when you request your transcript from a college or university, you can request it through the registrar's office oftentimes, or through your student portal that you have at your college or university you're taking classes at. It can be sent electronically to Florida Southern College. We can't take copies of score reports or transcripts to accept the credit. We may be able to do an initial review of that sometimes for students that's there. Especially if you're a transfer student looking at Florida Southern College, we can sometimes at least give you an idea of how those credits may transfer to Florida Southern College. But in order for those to actually count on our campus at Florida Southern as an incoming students, you must send official transcripts there. We can't take copies of those. And it always, always, always must have your name and the college's name on the transcript. That's very, very important, as we sometimes get transcripts that don't have your name or don't have the college's name that's on there. As far as a copy goes, we still have to have that information. That's why we ask for official transcripts to come in. Another thing I like to mention is if you are coming in with all this credit, kind of what's the benefit of Florida Southern College's transfer credit friendly policies? Mentioned you can bring in up to 93 transferable college credits or a combination of these credits between AP, IB, dual enrollment, ACE. If you're a transfer student coming in with a lot of this credit, taking credits through multiple schools, great, that's there. We're going to work with you, and this is the benefit of Florida Southern as a whole. It's a smaller school, about 3,000 total students. Our academic advisors here are going to work with you individually to come up with a plan that works for you as a student. Now, does that mean that maybe you want to focus on having the opportunity to do a double major or minor in things that you're interested in? For example, let's say that you're a high school senior at a collegiate high school, and you really, really are interested in actually going into our nursing program here at Florida Southern. Well, our nursing program is a set curriculum direct admit program just for first-year students. It's a 4-year curriculum. So even if you're coming in as a collegiate high student, it's still going to take you 4 years to graduate. Now, what that means is we're going to work with students to say, hey, you got all this credit here. We know that you have to take a set alignment of courses for nursing. Let's talk about maybe doing a double major. Or is there something you're interested in minoring in that's there? So maybe psychology or neuroscience, or really you have a passion for dance or theater. You could do so as a student. Maybe you want to focus more of your time in doing extra research that's there. We believe in getting you engaged in your major right away at Florida Southern College. And if you're coming in with a lot of college credit that's here, oftentimes this is going to get applied towards our general education courses, such as maybe you're taking classes in English or science or math or foreign language, for example, that's there, you've earned college credit through. Well, that could fulfill much of our core curriculum here, our general education requirements, and that allows you to focus even more time in your major. Maybe even picking up an extra concentration in an area like communications or computer science, which a little bit of a plug, we have a great series of mock talks here at Florida Southern, including a computer science one coming up later here tonight. Maybe you really want to graduate earlier. That's okay too. We've had students, for example, like Annabelle Rosenthal, who came into Florida Southern College earning her Associate of Arts degree from the State College of Florida down in Bradenton, Sarasota, Florida. She decided, you know what, my ultimate goal is I want to go to med school. That's really my end goal. That is what I want to do. She came in with her Associate of Arts degree and started right away working with our pre-health advisor, Lauren Album, creating a plan so that she could get all of her experiences in, get her resume together, get the core curriculum and classes she needed in her biology major with a pre-health, pre-medicine track so that she could graduate in 2 years' time and after a year be ready to apply for graduate medical schools. She did that. She was on track, had that kind of heart set plan that was there, and is now, after 2 years of graduation from Florida Southern College, so she came in, did her AA, had that completed, did 2 years at Florida Southern to get her bachelor's degree, now at Florida State University in her College of Medicine on a 60% scholarship, only given to 2 students a year, showing that you can come in with college credit and go off to medical school. Like example again, Paige Ketter did this at Florida Southern, came in with a ton of AP credit that's there as a student and dual enrollment accommodation. She graduated in 3 years from Florida Southern and still got a full college experience, having the opportunity as well to be part of our women's soccer program, get great advisement, and maybe it costs a little bit less in these considerations as well. Maybe you're a student that's saying, you know what, I want to take less time to graduate, so it costs me less. We can do that too. We're going to work with you as a student to make sure that you are getting that plan that you really want and completing in the right amount of time that's there. I've shared some information about what these college credits are. Here's a little bit more information about how to find out what's going to count. Let's say you want to do some self-service. That's there. We would be glad to help you out in understanding how these credits are going to count. But if you want to just kind of check this out for yourself, we are very transparent for providing this information. Check out the website that's listed here tonight that I have. It's flsouthern.edu. Go to the search bar at the top, almost like a Google search bar, and type in advanced credit. The first thing you're going to see there, it will come up with something that's titled Advanced Credit Policy Link. We have a website with 5 different tables that are listed here of maybe you took an AP class and you want to see you got a score of a 3 or a 4. How is that exactly going to transfer to Florida Southern? Great. We have an equivalency table for that. Same thing for ACE examinations, same thing for IB examinations. If you are a student from the state of Florida, again here tonight, we also have the Florida State College System's most common courses if you're completing an AA degree track. Again, most common courses, it's not a full subset of the over 500 plus classes that students could possibly take as part of the AA degree. It's just the most common, what we call 60 credit hours that a student's going to take to earn their associate's degree. We, again, partner with the state college system. So we're on a very similar course numbering system. Those credits are going to count there. And let me share this with you. If you are a student graduating with your AA degree from a state college here in the state of Florida at the same time you graduate from high school or as a transfer student, we will accept that AA in full and your gen eds are completely done at Florida Southern College. That is what we call an articulation. That's an older word to say that, but we will honor those credits that's there for you as a student because we recognize that in full we're in partnership with the state college system. Now, let's say that you're a student saying, well, you know, I don't really want to do this. Can't you just tell me how this is actually going to count at Florida Southern? Or maybe you're a student coming from outside the state of Florida. For example, maybe you really are interested in seeing how your credits are going to count from Washita Community College, or maybe you're coming from Bucks County Community College. Shout out to Pennsylvania here tonight if you're joining us. Well, go ahead and request a credit evaluation from us. Something brand new we are so excited to share with you. Let us do the work for you. Go ahead and go to our transfer website, flsouthern.edu/transfer, and just request a credit evaluation. Follow a couple of simple steps. We'll let you know how your credits are going to transfer to Florida Southern, whether that be AP, IB, dual enrollment, ACE, CLEP exams. I see the question there about CLEP exams that we take. Check out the advanced credit policy tables that we listed on the last page that's there. We have a full array of showing CLEP exams. I haven't mentioned that as much, but we do accept the CLEP examinations. So what happens when you send in these different pieces for evaluation? Well, the first step, as I mentioned, is sending them in. Send in your official transcripts from the colleges you previously earned a credit from. Send all your test score reports that's there. And once you actually send this information, in about 4 weeks' time, it's about the average of what it takes for our registrar's office to be able to evaluate this information, sometimes a little sooner than that. you're going to actually receive a credit evaluation, a transfer credit evaluation, or what we like to call for short a TCE from Florida Southern College at our registrar office. Here's what this looks like when you send in these documents to Florida Southern or request that transfer credit evaluation. You're going to get first and foremost an email from our registrar's office. Our incredible team that's over there will send you an email, and you'll see this. It'll say Florida Southern College unofficial transcript for transfer coursework. Basically, what we're going to do, we're going to create a Florida Southern College transcript that's going to show you exactly how your courses are going to transfer to Florida Southern, almost as if you were already a student, saying, here's your Florida Southern transcript that's there. We'll send an actual attachment back to you, a PDF of what that transcript will look like, as well as the contact information for your admissions counselor if you have questions about that. Well, what does that transcript look like, you might ask? Well, here's a kind of quick look at what that may look like. I love to give this as an example because this is a student that's done dual enrollment here, but it would work the same for AP, IB, dual enrollment, ACE classes, CLEP credit that's there. Maybe you're taking classes at multiple colleges or universities. No worries, we're still going to send you the same type of thing here. This student was transferring in from Florida Southwestern State College as a dual enrollment student. So they've taken a lot of dual enrollment classes, and you may notice here a couple of things they like to point out on here. So first and foremost, they have a good amount of grades that are on here. There's also a good amount of classes that have come into Florida Southern. Some of them have a specific course that they go with to Florida Southern. Some of them just go into the department that they're going into, maybe as a major as a student, which I like to reference that too. You'll notice the student's academic major is listed on the transcript. That is very, very important. If you are going to be sending in college credits to Florida Southern College, we really need to know what you're interested in for an academic major when we're doing this. If you're undeclared and you're coming in as a first-year student, that's okay too. If you're coming in as a transfer student, we do ask that you let us know if you're actually interested in a specific major. And I want to give a little bit of clarification here tonight too in the question, well, if I have my AA degree, at the same time I'm graduating from high school, do I apply as a freshman or do I apply as a transfer student? You apply as a freshman, which we call here at Florida Southern a first-year student. You're not a freshman. They're going to come in with a large number of college credits, so it's really your first year at Florida Southern College, but you may be at sophomore or junior standing. Like this student here, they're looking like they're going to come in potentially at least sophomore status. Here's how I know that. They've already earned 25 college credits that's there. But you'll notice that there's some gaps in between the grades there. What that means is we're already giving credit to that student for courses in progress during the semesters that they're earning the credit within. So maybe if you're taking classes this fall or planning to do so in the spring and have already registered for your dual enrollment or transfer classes that you're going to come in with, awesome. That's fantastic. That it lets us know ahead of time how these credits are going to come in and that you're taking them too. So if you would like a degree plan, so essentially you have the next step to take if you'd like. If you wanted to request how this is actually going to apply specifically in your academic major, contact your admissions counselor here at Florida Southern College to request a degree plan in addition to your credit evaluation. You can do that for one specific major. What that means is, let's say that you're like, okay, I can see how this is going to transfer. Well, how does this relate to my major that I'm interested in? If you would like to work with your admissions counselor here at Florida Southern, you can request an additional documentation be sent to you about how this applies into your academic major as well. So I shared a little bit about actual transferability of credit here tonight, and just as kind of a quick summary of the information here. We are very transfer credit friendly at Florida Southern. You can bring in up to 93 transferable college credits, but in order to have those credits count at Florida Southern, it must be on official college transcripts or on a test transcript, test score report. Can't be on a high school transcript. We can't take test scores off of a college transcript. You start fresh with a brand new GPA at Florida Southern College. The credits transfer to Florida Southern College, however, the grades do not. You may have noticed that the grades were on that transcript in the previous screen I showed. However, that student started with a fresh GPA here at Florida Southern. Please know that. You'll also have the opportunity, if you are a freshman or a first-year student, you're going to have the opportunity to review these credits with your academic advisor at orientation. So for example, let's say that you're a first-year student looking to attend Florida Southern College for next fall. You'll have the opportunity over the summer, essentially right before you start classes, you're going to review this information with an academic advisor, a mentor for you to understand how this credit's going to count at Florida Southern. If you're a transfer student looking to enroll at Florida Southern College for the spring 2021 term or the fall 2021 term, you will have the option of actually signing up for a virtual transfer advising appointment if you decide to enroll at Florida Southern College. That's a key point. That is for students who have enrolled at Florida Southern. First-year students, one option that you're going to have is to actually self-report any of your test scores as well in what's called a course preference form. This will become available next spring if you're looking at the fall of 2021. Again, this is not applicable to a transfer student, but if you are a student that's a high school student right now, a senior, you decide to enroll at Florida Southern College, we're going to have what's called a new student enrollment form, and then also in addition to that, a course preference form. To start kind of selecting your interest, declare your major, let us know kind of the types of classes you're interested in, and you can self-report any of your college classes that you're going to be entering Florida Southern College with. Very, very important to do this, especially if you're waiting for test scores to come back at the end of your senior year. We don't want to put you in classes you have already earned college credit for. Let me repeat that. We want to give you the credit that you have earned here at Florida Southern College, and we want to make sure that you're actually applying that not just towards just kind of gen eds and not just towards electives that's there, but you do have the option to apply much of this credit towards an academic major. Maybe you took a biology introductory level class with a lab through dual enrollment or an AP bio exam. Great, you get the score you need or the class you need. That can fulfill a biology credit in a biology class if you're a biology major that's there, or a science class credit you may need specifically as a gen ed. I've seen a lot of questions here tonight about deadlines and timelines, and I wanted to make sure that I address that as well. You must send final college transcripts or the test score reports showing the grades and the test scores no later than August 1st for fall 2021 students. So next August 1 is the one you'll need to do that by. If you are looking at as a transfer student, you will need to send this in if you're interested in the spring semester by January the 5th, no later than that. You notice there's an asterisk here. I know some of you are ACE program students or in the Cambridge program. We know as well that your results don't always come back by August 1st. That's okay. That's totally okay. We know that. We're understanding of that. Sometimes it comes back August 17th, 18th, 20th, 21st. That's okay. That's where you'll use the course preference form to let us know that you're waiting for results on examinations. And that's where that's kind of so important for that too. A lot of great questions that have come in here tonight. And I love some of the information that you're asking about. Well, can admissions counselors help out with kind of like degree plans and dual enrollment in those classes? Great questions that you're asking there, and assistance in the process too. So if you're looking at a specific major, a specific program to go into, especially if you're doing dual enrollment, your advisors at your current state college that you're taking dual enrollment through are really a great resource for you. Stay on that AA track that you're on that's there. So please use those resources you currently have that are there. They can assist you. Let them know that you're on those kind of paths and what you're kind of looking for as a dual enrollment student, or your school counselor can also be a great resource for you to assist with that process too. The other thing I've seen here tonight is, well, how do I actually get information? Can I go ahead and send this information before I apply to Florida Southern? And my answer to that is, why not just go ahead and apply? It is free to apply to Florida Southern College. It doesn't cost anything to do so. So go ahead, submit your application. And you can actually do so by applying to Florida Southern College on our website. You can do so at flsouthern.edu/apply now, or you can apply on the common application or the coalition application. We don't have a preference of how you apply to Florida Southern College. here's a couple things I'd like to mention. We have an early action priority application deadline coming up. Early action is non-binding at Florida Southern College. That means that you can still be looking at other schools, but you're wanting to get a decision a little bit earlier on from Florida Southern College. I'll also share with you, again, it's free to apply to Florida Southern College, so don't charge an application fee, so you don't even need to use those fee waivers that are there. You have the option to apply regular decision too by December 1st, but I'd like to reference, if you do apply by November the 1st and you'd like to stay safe and healthy, you get one of these. A Florida Southern College mask will be sent to you if you do choose to apply, whether it be for the spring semester as a spring entering student or for the fall semester too at Florida Southern. We are rolling in the admissions process. What that means is we review applications as they come in. If you're a first-year student joining us here tonight, you're saying, you know what, I'm still weighing my options, I'm not sure where I want to apply yet, go ahead and apply. And what you can do, you can send in your high school transcripts that's there. You can send in your college transcripts as well. Remember, I mentioned it's not required to do that as a dual enrollment student, or if you want to send in those test transcripts that's there for AP, IB, ACE, CLEP that you may have taken, why not? Send it in. We'll go ahead and give you an evaluation of that if you choose to apply to Florida Southern College anyways. So we'll let you know ahead of time how that credit's going to count. Our registrar's office here at Florida Southern College for students looking to attend next fall has already been sending out credit evaluations starting on October the 1st. So we, again, are letting you know that information ahead. This is important to you, and it should be, that this credit's going to count at Florida Southern College. One thing you'll note too, and maybe you're saying, well, I'm unsure about if applying because I haven't taken SAT or ACT. Totally okay. We don't require it. We are test optional here at Florida Southern College. So if you would like to apply as a test optional student, you can certainly do so. If you are waiting for other materials to come in, go ahead and still submit your application. Just apply, and then you can send your documents later on. Again, your admissions counselor here at Florida Southern will be a great resource for you to help you out with all of your next steps. It has some information about the profile, what a student looked like coming into Florida Southern this past year as a first-year student. That's there. But we are very holistic in reviewing applications for first-year students. I love I've gotten some questions here about, well, I'm a transfer student. What are you looking at for a transfer student looking at Florida Southern College? Well, we're very, very holistic in looking at transfer student applications and really enjoy simplifying that process as well. We accept applications for transfer students, as I mentioned, for the spring 2021 term and the fall 2021 term. If you're joining us here today and you're thinking of transferring for next fall, and I've had some students saying, I'm going to wait. I'm waiting to apply, but I'm looking for next fall. Guess what? We're already accepting and reviewing applications for transfer students for next fall. We're already going to be starting to send out decisions and scholarships to students very shortly, and I'll get to that in just a moment too. So no reason not to apply to Florida Southern as a transfer student. All we require is an online application. It's a short essay, just letting us know why you're looking to transfer to Florida Southern, and then those official college transcripts from all your schools that you've attended previously. If you've attended a college or university post high school graduation, I know that this has been a difficult semester for many students that I've worked with. And now you're saying, you know what? I'm here tonight because I want to actually transfer to Florida Southern College for the spring semester. I only have just this semester college classwork that I've done, but I want to get it started at Florida Southern this spring. Awesome. All we need in addition to that college transcript showing your coursework in progress is a high school transcript too. We are very, very, very transfer friendly here. Our average GPA of a student coming in as a transfer student about 3.2. Most students come into Florida Southern with between 30 and 67 college credits that's there if they're a transfer student. And I'll share with you, over 90% of Florida Southern College students come in with transferable college credit if they've taken any AP, IB, dual enrollment, ACE, college classwork that's there. Again, we're giving you the credit for that. Again, if students are taking that, we know that students usually are pretty successful in that. It's going to count at Florida Southern College there too. Great question that I see there too. I haven't gotten a chance to get a letter of recommendation maybe to Florida Southern College. That's okay. That's totally okay. You can go ahead and submit your application, submit your documents to go along with that. If you want to send that later on, you can do so. Again, not a requirement for an application at Florida Southern College. We're going to look at everything as part of your application. Resume, if you want to submit that, your activities, involvement. We value the work that you're doing. If you're doing a job or you're taking care of siblings, all of that matters. That's there too, because you're balancing, usually if you're here tonight, you're balancing taking these high-level college classwork that's there between AP, IB, dual enrollment, ACE, and college courses, and you're doing other things. So again, we're looking for a good fit. Speaking of that, there's an impact of you applying earlier on to Florida Southern College. You're going to have some great opportunities for scholarships that's there. And this is why I'm so glad you're learning about transferring credit to Florida Southern, because if you are transferring credit to Florida Southern, you're probably going to be a good academic student and a good fit for us. And that means you're going to get rewarded financially from Florida Southern College too. We will offer you a merit scholarship. Our merit scholarships this year range between $7,000 and $21,000 per year. These are automatically determined when you apply to Florida Southern College. You're going to receive this notification of scholarship either at the same time you apply, starting soon, or if you've already been admitted to Florida Southern, congrats on that admission. Usually you get that scholarship notification sometime around the beginning of November is when we first start sending that out to students. If you're joining here tonight as well, one thing I wanted to mention, especially if you're in the ACE program or IB program, you may qualify already for the academic level of Bright Futures if you are a Florida resident. That's there, because if you're earning your IB diploma or ACE diploma, you just need to have that GPA that's required, your community service hours, and apply for Bright Futures. Again, we accept Bright Futures at Florida Southern, great opportunities. For merit scholarships here at Florida Southern College, automatically determined again at the time of admission, and our admissions committee will share that information with you when you're considered for admission. We have some prestige scholarships and premier scholarships as well that are open for students to apply for. Our honors application is also open to apply for. If you're a transfer student joining us here tonight, we are part of Phi Theta Kappa scholarship programs. We accept Phi Theta Kappa as if you're involved in that, and we can offer for transfer students Phi Theta Kappa scholarship. We accept Florida prepaid, any outside scholarships. There's a lot of great opportunities. Over 99% of our students are receiving financial aid at Florida Southern. In order to see what you're going to receive, you got to apply. Send in your college credits, send in your transcripts, apply to Florida Southern. That's really your next step in the process. Shared a lot of great information here, and I've been able to answer some of the questions throughout our presentation here tonight. Great question that's there. Do you have, I am not familiar with that. Can you type out what the NSCS scholarship is? If you wanted to kind of type out what that acronym is, I am not as familiar with that. That's there. I know there's some specific scholarship programs in different areas that may be accepted to Florida Southern or maybe specific to a specific area that's there. This is also where I mentioned your admissions counselor is going to be a great resource for you. Your admissions counselor will be also your financial aid counselor at Florida Southern College. We do not have the National Scholars Collegiate Society scholarship program. We do participate in Phi Theta Kappa, which is the national recognized two-year community college and state college system in the United States that's there. So not currently in the National Scholars Collegiate Society there too. So, but good question, that was there. Another great question there, let's see here. Yeah. Awesome, awesome, awesome question. What about retaking classes that you've earned credit for? We're not going to make you retake classes that you're going to earn for college credit. However, sometimes I do recommend students kind of consider that as an option. Here's why. Let's say that you're taking a Bio 1500 class or AP Biology. I've referenced this already tonight. That's there. Many students here, their very first semester, first year class at Florida Southern is going to be a biology class, but not just your general learning about molecules and understanding anatomy and structure and some of those types of things within biology. We partner with the Tiny Earth Network for a very unique program where students can actually do antibiotic research. They take soil samples from the local area, bring them into our state-of-the-art labs on campus, and they're going to study them for bacteria, microbial cultures that then can actually be turned into antibiotics. This is different compared to a lot of times just your general biology classes you're taking, and it's more research focused. So instead of just taking kind of the basics, why not have the opportunity to do some research? That's a common retake in class. Calculus, especially if you are interested in science, technology, engineering, mathematics, really encourage that as well. Now, again, you can actually, if you earn a great score on, say, an AP Calculus or an ACE Calculus examination, awesome. Certainly, you can go ahead and do so with that, but maybe you want to retake that now that you're at the college level that's there, because not every course is taught the same way in every location. And that's where you could certainly, when you're working with an academic advisor, talk with them directly there too. So getting a lot of questions, and I see that tonight, about what are the best classes to take to prepare yourself? I always like to recommend, and I think I may have mentioned this, especially if you're doing dual enrollment, stay on that Associate of Arts degree track. If you're doing dual enrollment, that AA track going to fulfill a lot of your general education classes there. Take some high academic courses, but know that we don't require prerequisites here at Florida Southern College. Many colleges will say, well, you have to take X, Y, and Z to go into this academic program. Florida Southern College does not require prerequisite courses to go into an academic major. And if you're looking to take classes in a specific major, I always recommend taking them here at Florida Southern College. So take your conservation and ecology, those types of classes. If you want environmental science, marine biology, here as part of the curriculum. Maybe knock out some of your Englishes, and if you wanted to take a foreign language, or you wanted to take a class specifically in psychology or something that you're interested in, go ahead and do those classes. Knock those out of the way, but take your major related classes at the university you choose to attend, whether that be here at Florida Southern or any other school. That's always going to be my advisement for students to kind of help you prepare. And not every school, especially if you're a high schooler here tonight, that's joining us, whether it be your sophomore, junior, senior, not every school is going to offer the same array of classes. That's okay too. There's no set number of classes that we're saying, hey, we're really looking for students who have completed 3 to 5 or 10 AP classes. We don't do that here. Students are coming in with 3 credit hours because they've taken 1 AP examination. That's what was offered at their school. Awesome. So glad that you're here tonight if that's kind of the case. Or maybe your school offers like 10 different AP examinations and you have the opportunity to take advantage of that at your school. Awesome. That's there too. Oh yeah, that's a great question. So what about taking actual multiples of classes before you start a major here? So I think what I always encourage again is, and this is a good reference point too, let's say that you are taking the ACE program and you're in a Cambridge program and you've been taking ACE general paper, and you also then take dual enrollment English composition, ENC 1101, 1102 at Florida. And then you also decide you're going to take AP English language and literature and language and composition. All of those classes, even though they're all high academic and maybe you're taking advantage of them, they're all the same really when it comes to counting college credit. So that first level English is the same for your dual enrollment, that's the same for AP, that's the same for your ACE class. Now, I will share that may assist you in the weighting of your GPA, because we put everybody on the same 4.0 GPA scale. And maybe sometimes, and that's actually going back to some data from Phi Theta Kappa and also NACAC, which is kind of the governing board for colleges and universities. Many students are taking AP, IB, ACE, dual enrollment to help boost their GPAs while they're in high school. That's there too. That's okay. Take advantage of that if you have the chance to do so, if that's your choice to do so. However, please know that if you're taking the same class, even though it's in different types of formats, it's still going to count for the same class. So you're not necessarily going to get, let's say if you took it all across those, it's not going to count for 12 or 15 credits. It would just count for whatever the class that's the same for that. So you may be duplicating some classes without even really meaning to do so. This is where connecting with an advisor, if you're doing dual enrollment at a college or university, and your school counselor, keeping that open communication can really, really help and assist you. The last thing we want to see you do is have lost credit. That's not something we want to have happen to a student. We want to make sure that you're getting credit for everything that you're taking that's there. And if you've maxed out in an area, whether that be you've maxed out on your science classes you can take, or you've maxed out on your history classes, your math classes, try something else in a different area that's there. I know for at least here at Florida Southern, we like to see a variety of different classes that you kind of challenge yourself within as far as academic opportunities too. So if you max out on that math or that history, try a different kind of area that's there. See if you kind of like something, because again, it's an opportunity to earn some college credit that would kind of count here at Florida Southern College. One question that I've seen here is, where can I find out a little bit more about courses that Florida Southern College offers, and maybe kind of how that, even just kind of looking at it, might align with what I'm taking? On our website at flsouthern.edu, I encourage you to use the search bar and look up our catalog. Our academic catalog for the 2020-2021 year is available now online. So when you open it up, it'll look something kind of like this. It's an electronic format now that's there. So that's a great opportunity to take a look at the different course offerings. And thanks so much for Liz and my peer here tonight in our office, sharing that information, the link there. Thanks so much for doing so. Check that out, our academic catalog available online. You can check out our different opportunities for majors at Florida Southern, the courses that go along with that, and the variety of classes that we offer here at Florida Southern. I'm always amazed at the opportunities that students have to take from course A all the way to course Z in a different academic area here too. So we've shared a lot of great information here tonight, and love these questions that we've gotten here this afternoon and learning a little bit more about Florida Southern. I did want to finish up here today and let you know about some additional opportunities. If you are coming in with college credit, oftentimes you're already starting to laser focus on some academic opportunities that you're interested in. And we likewise want to give you the opportunity to connect in those laser focused areas that you're really looking towards. So we've created a couple of great virtual events for you, and more than a couple great virtual opportunities here for you this fall. First and foremost, coming up on November the 14th, mark the date on your calendar, sign up for it. We're really excited about our virtual day on campus. I like to call this our academic open house at Florida Southern College. Our academic programs at Florida Southern College are going to be hosting showcases. So a great opportunity to connect with the faculty and students in the majors that you're looking at. Maybe you have questions about, hey, I'm coming up with a large number of college credits here. How long do you think it might take me to graduate? Or how might this apply into my major? Or what do you recommend as far as those opportunities? Start building the relationships with our academic faculty here at Florida Southern College. That's from 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. coming up on Saturday, November the 14th. In addition to that, we do a series called MocTalks, and that's what we're a part of here tonight. Our transferring advanced credit and college credit to Florida Southern is part of our MocTalk series. We have a terrific array and plethora of different opportunities, from if you're looking to learn more about our computer science program, to exercise science, to maybe you're really, really interested in the STEM fields, or you're really interested in learning a little bit more about nursing, criminology, you name it. Here are some of our most popular majors at Florida Southern College are hosting MocTalk webinars, hearing directly from the academic programs, hearing directly from our students and the success stories, some of which I share here tonight. They get a chance to talk about. The other thing I'll share with you, Florida Southern College wants to welcome you to campus. We are open for tours. We are on campus, here on campus Monday through Friday. We offer tours at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. Come and join us. Put your 2 feet on the ground here, get a good idea of the Florida Southern College campus, understand the vibe of our campus, get to meet our students, kind of get a feel of what Florida Southern College is all about. You could register for that at our website, flsouthern.edu/visit there. If you want to check out our mock talks and virtual day on campus, be sure to be on the lookout for some of that information that'll get sent out to you via email as well. I can't thank you enough here today for getting a chance to join me here and learning a little bit more about the transferability of college credit to Florida Southern College. If you have any additional questions here tonight, as a last reference point, please connect with your specific admissions counselor. Whether it be you're a first-year student coming from New York or New Jersey and you get a chance to work with Sherry Brown as your admissions counselor, or you're from South Florida getting a chance to work with Anna Hopkins, or the Midwest working with our admissions counselor Anna Saavedra here at Florida Southern, we want to connect with you. I mentioned how important relationship building is with our faculty, but your admissions counselor is a great resource for you to answer some of the additional questions you might have, especially when it comes to academic programs and information about that too. Last but not least, if you don't see on our actual credit tables a specific class that's there, that doesn't necessarily mean that Florida Southern College doesn't accept that credit. We've seen that now with certain examinations that have come out over the last couple of years that are newer that's there. That doesn't, again, necessarily mean that we're not going to accept that credit. It means that we just haven't had that transfer necessarily to Florida Southern College yet. Each and every year, we know new AP examinations or ACE exams or IB exams or new college classes may come up that are out there. So again, if you have questions on that, be sure to connect, whether it be with your admissions counselor or they can get you connected with our registrar's office here at Florida Southern College. Thanks so much again for joining us here tonight. This ends our formal portion of our program. We certainly hope to see you at one of our future virtual programs, whether that be our Day on Campus open house or our MocTalk webinar or a visit on campus here. From our Florida Southern College team here today, we look forward to talking with you more about transferring your college credit to Florida Southern College. Hope to see you send those transcripts and that application for admission, so critical. Get that completed. If you haven't done so yet, apply for admission to Florida Southern, send those transcripts so we can let you know how that's going to count here at Florida Southern. Hope everybody has a great night. Stay safe, stay healthy, and go Mocs. Bye-bye, everybody.